Alright guys, so this is the budget man's alternative to having an M1A or a real Knights Armaments SR25. This is the DPMS Sportical 308. Now let's talk about, just generally about the rifle. I did grab a little bit of testing time as my first impression, so we're going to go off of that, and remember, more testing will be required. I'll be using my tuning rod as my little professor's pointing stick. So let's just start front to back. Standard A2 style bird cage with a crush washer, of course. They don't have those self-timing muzzle devices for you because this is the budget alternative. How budget, you say? Well, let's just say on a Christmas special, $700. That is as cheap as a basic Remington 700. So you could have semi-auto, long-range power for the same price. So DPMS, good job on you. You're getting it out to the common man. We've got a gas block. This is not low profile. Picatinny on top. I don't use it because it gets hot. No one really does use it. I guess you could put some sights on it if you can, but for me, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Second, non-free floated handguard. Since this is not free floated, if you do rest it or torque it using your sling, it can affect your point of impact. Mine's been pretty good though. You can see right here, those little two black bands, those are my Ranger bands. Right there. I use those to attach a few things like camo and foliage. I've got my cheap shooting sticks holding this thing up. Got a same old Delta ring right here. Even my scope is very budget for you guys. That's the center point right there. This used to be the adventure class, but I can't find them anymore, so I got the closest thing to it. I think they just changed the name and the design a little bit. This is a 4 to 16 power. Right here you can see it's very thick. I don't know how thick you guys can see that, but it's got to hold in that 308. What's really funny is right here on the lower, I've got a dog collar acting as a sling mount because I don't want to sling it up here and end up torquing on that barrel, changing my point of impact. Something else cool on the lower, actually underneath this buckle, you will see that around there it'll say it's 308, but underneath the barrel it's 7.62 by 51. I fired both, my rifle didn't explode or anything, and it seemed to stabilize the cheap ammo that was 308. So if it is the wrong chamber, somehow that got me the best results. I'm talking 2 rounds to the same hole kind of result, not, oh, it's an inch at 100 yards result. You can see you can't slap the bolt release because it's so thick here that it had to be in a recessed kind of area. Trigger is pretty standard, not great, not terrible, pretty middle of the road. All your controls are all in the same place. Pins and everything are all in the same place. The pins were stiff, but this thing is rock solid, no wiggling. Charging handle is a bit small. It's the same size as a regular AR-15, and that makes pulling this back a bit difficult. It does take quite a bit of brute force. This I don't like, the DPMS stock. It's got this curve in it. Not the greatest, guys. Let me tell you, if you can change it, change it. I'm gonna leave mine on because this is a budget kind of video. It wiggles. That's the main problem. It makes tons of noise. Let's go to the other side. Grip is standard AR-15, so you can change those out if you want to. Everything's pretty much standard. I don't have a bolt assist here or a dust cover, if you guys can see that. But you know what? I'm not doing any crazy things with it, so that's fine. My sling is also a $2 just strap with a buckle in it. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all. And this gives me some pretty good capabilities. I just like this. It's much more versatile than my regular AR-15. I do plan on painting my shooting sticks a camo color and putting some foliage in these holes. These are actually the inner tube of a bicycle. I used to make Ranger bands out of them, but I decided to use them to protect the black finish on the rifle. Now this does take the 20 round 308 magazines that are steel and look like the USGI mags. Now don't get confused, you can't just change out parts with an AR-10 with this rifle, but you can kind of with a SR-25. So there you go, standard. It's a little bit short, but pretty beefy. I also have the LR308 mag that I tested in this, and it totally works. Let's try and get all of this back in my pack. So there you go, guys. The budget 308 semi-auto rifle. I'm not calling this a precision rifle just yet because I haven't done enough long-range testing. You know, it's hard to find long ranges out here in Florida. Everything's restricted. For you guys out there on the internet, go do it. Go test it out. Let the world know what this rifle is like. And as a message to DPMS, keep doing this. Make it even cheaper, you know. Get it out to the consumers out there. Like, we really want these styles of rifles. We just can't afford them until you guys came along. So thank you very much. I would thank all my viewers, all my subscribers. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, share it, do all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Yep.